All right, we are live. Vikings, Packers week, horned up. Who's excited? I know I am.
Brought to you by Top the Tater, the dip that tastes like home, the dip everybody comes home for. So damn delicious, so many flavors. Thank you, Top Tater, for sponsoring Horned Up, especially sponsoring it during Packers week.
Yeah, Top the Tater made right here in Minnesota. Look at all those beautiful flavors. You can put this stuff on pretty much anything that you want, and it will taste delicious. Greatly appreciate Top Tater. Head over to your local grocery, pretty much local anywhere gas station, and this is available. We got Nitzberg, Alex Rush, Bob Sweet, Chris Olson, FW Ender. We got a lot of people in the house already.
A lot of people. We already got. They were trying to get us to 20 likes before we started. Let's see if they accomplish that feat. No, they're at 13.
Not bad. Not bad. Once again, hats off to all you guys showing up for the NFC North Roundtable. I think it's damn near 500 people watching.
Nice.
It's beautiful to be up in that upper corner. It's good to talk a little bit of smack while still keeping it in check.
You might as well plant grass, put up a statue, as something permanent, because I don't see us moving anytime soon.
I hope not. I don't see that as well. Hit that like button as you join, says Ashley. So yes, we got Najee that'll be coming on probably in about 10-15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I do got to cut a whiz though before we really get in.
I should do some push-ups before Najee comes on.
You should do like sit-ups too.
I'll do full calisthenics so I look my best for Najee when he comes on here in 10 minutes. Nitzberg, how are you doing? Skull Mafia, thank you very much. Already dropping a 10 spot on us again. Najee's coming on. We're gonna do kind of normally what we've been doing, stud of the week recap, talk a little bit newsy things going on, get into this Packers Vikings game. 3-0 Vikings against your 2-1, not your 2, but against the 2-1 Packers. Patrick Harm's never done a push-up in his life. What a beautiful day to be a Vikings. It's a beautiful day every day to be a Vikings fan. Davey, we're doing absolutely fantastic. How do you not be fantastic? And the Vikings starting to get some love nationally. We'll talk about that as well. But everybody's starting to notice this Minnesota Vikings team, this 3-0 team, this dominating, supposedly the best teams in the league. It was only a matter of time before everybody started to recognize how good this team is. And KOC addressed at his press conference today. We're going to address a little bit more tonight. But Travis Nitzberg apparently was at the game. He doesn't have a voice. He can't even talk. So probably won't see Nitzberg tonight if we have people come on because he can't even talk. He has no voice. FW Ender, how are you doing? Tim Van Voorhis. Miss Alyssa's in the house. 3-0, baby. She'll be on Friday. We'll be doing Lupagels Friday evening. That thing will probably go up. Cannot wait to talk to the Lupagels again. Viking Funeral loves being on top. I always thought he was a bottom, to be honest with you. D. Garcia says, Vikings the best team in the NFC. He's right. He's damn right. FW Ender, shouting out to Alyssa. T-Bass feels better that Booger McFarland acknowledges the Vikings. Hell yeah.
I got to get the suit coat on with the lard pen. It's just too good luck. FW Ender, you're the man.
You should actually start putting that just into your skin.
It is.
Right here in the bottom of your chin. That'd be what a man would do.
All right. What do we got shaking? What did I miss? Anything?
Just apparently Viking Funeral likes to be on top. Miss Alyssa's in the house.
Weird transition.
Davey thinks we're going 20-0. Travis Nitzberg can't talk.
What?
Travis Nitzberg cannot talk because he's at the game on Sunday. He wants everybody to know.
All right. Well, we got plenty to talk about. Vikings 3-0, Green Bay, baby.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful beat the Niners, beautiful beat the Texans, but it's just top the tater on top of this dubski if we beat the Packers in Green Bay.
When we beat the Packers in Green Bay. We will get to that, but let's start with the stud of the week recap. This was the closest one we've had all season long, but for the second week in a row, trophy went to Sam Darnold, 50% of the votes. Aaron Jones had 5%. Jonathan Grenard was the one who made it close with 41% with his 3-sack performance. Ginker got 2%, Will record at 3%. So congratulations, Sam Darnold. 2 in a row. Put that next to your Nickelodeon trophy you got this week as well.
Did you mail it yet?
Yeah. You haven't given me the new one yet.
Well, the new one usually come on Thursday. So we'll see. It was funny because I was watching the interview with Van Ginkel earlier this week, and I'm like, God, does he have it in there?
Well, and he kept standing right at that corner. Like I was like, if he moves his hair,
away.
maybe it's back
in the garbage. That's all right.
I don't think he had it out.
Davey, that was like the first time I went in like 2 hours. I was on roundtable. I was really struggling.
He wants to check your prostate for you.
That's all right. He can do that. So yeah, it's gonna be a big game. We also have a pretty good announcement coming later this week as far as a brand new sponsor. I know Thomas will appreciate this sponsor. We can't say it yet, but if that gives you any hint, Thomas will really enjoy this sponsor.
He's got a couple we'll enjoy.
Wells, what's up, buddy?
Was it Dwells or D Wells? I think I'm saying it wrong again.
We always say it differently, just to cover our butts.
All right, smart. We fin about raced that moldy cheese 27-3, calling it. Wow. Rob Anderson thinks it might be Depends that Thomas would be excited about.
No. If anybody knows Thomas and what he likes to partake in, Dusty, what? No beer? You can grab a beer. We'll allow it.
Davey said he's not going to do that. He's not going to put his finger up any Vikings fans' butt.
I bet he has. Colombian cartels. All right, yeah, we're getting some good guesses. I know this. They will ship anywhere in the United States.
Really?
And also there's a nice code, Skull code, for buy one, get one. But that doesn't matter because we got the Packers, we got the Vikings, we got plenty to talk about. We got Najee coming on. Everybody grab your top potato. And I think we've asked this before, but favorite thing to put the top potato in?
Yeah, we have asked it, and it's always a good question. You know, it's so many.
Ruffles.
I'm looking for more unique uses, things I haven't even thought about.
Old
top potato in.
Old Dutch was the biggest one last time.
No doubt. More news. We got getting to some Vikings news. Jonathan Grenard. He was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Congratulations, JG, as they call him in Viking land.
I mean, dude, you get 3 sacks against your former team. It's a given.
Harms wants to know it right now so he can place an order. Oh, is the code live yet? Even
Harms, this will be right up your alley as well. Yeah, I mean, well deserved, Jonathan Grenard. 4 sacks in the season now through 3 games. I expect a nice at least 1 to 2 sacks against the Packers. Who we're going to shit out of.
Plopu scored some top potato golf balls this week. Huh.
Really? I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either. I did not either. We got some more Vikings news we're going to touch on before Najee comes on. Dan Graziano from ESPN, he said defensive coordinator Brian Flores is the buzziest coordinator for a head coaching gig, but still is hard to imagine an owner hiring Flores who's in the middle of suing the league. That is great news for Minnesota Vikings.
It is, and I also saw like this next year, regardless of what he does, probably still not going to be hired. But the year after that, I don't know if that's when that goes away, but that seems to be the year where it's like, all right, let's hire this guy. And that's beautiful. That's perfect.
Oh, it's great. You can't have him forever.
I don't know if it was Graziano or whoever it was. They made a good point too. Other teams might start picking from the defensive tree under Flores to bring them in as like a D coordinator or whatever. Like that's where they're going to start plucking from before they go to Flores, which is very smart. Very smart.
I don't want Durante to go anywhere.
Well,
stay away from him.
The thing is, when Flores leaves, that's the guy next man up, and he probably knows that, so he might want to stick around. Nitzberg says that Chiefs are big cheaters.
How dare you, Nitzberg? That language is not allowed in this
arena. Language. We don't like that foul language.
Dusty Ray says Flores is ours forever.
I missed the Skull Mafia super chat.
Oh yeah, I give him some love for that.
You're damn right, Skull. Everyone, Skull Mafia, we love you, man.
We got the injury report that came out today. It is Wednesday.
Well, there was another quick news. Is Kevin O'Connell is the highest odds to be the NFL Coach of the Year now?
Well deserved.
That's fair. Did you talk about the injury, or are you talking about injuries now?
I was getting to it right now. Yep. McCardle, that's another one I think could definitely be a head coaching candidate in the future. Hate to lose him as well. He's just a magician with receivers. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he might. I mean, his next step might be an offensive coordinator. I know he's interviewed, was it last year by the Patriots? I think 2 years ago for their OC job. Didn't get it.
OC, one of my favorite shows. All right, so
Garrett likes 50. Let's go. Hit that like button as you're coming in.
And a lot of you guys did send some questions into the mail. All the mailbag questions were for Najee today, so we'll hit him up with a few of those Again, I think he said anything is fair game. Garrett Bradbury did not participate today. Ivan Pace Jr. did not participate. Jay Ward did not participate as well. Yeah. Addison was limited.
What was up with Bradbury? I didn't see. I saw he didn't practice, but what was his deal?
It said HP next to it, which I think it meant he had a hard poop.
What is it?
He had a hard poop.
Cap, anybody know what's wrong with Bradbury?
I don't know what's wrong with Bradbury. I did not know he was injured, but he did not participate today. Addison was limited, which is good that he was limited, not DNP. Bullard was limited. Camus Grugier Hill limited. Hopefully there's nothing going on there. I hate to have to rely on Brian Asamoah as a starting linebacker next week. Josh Oliver was limited. Dallas Turner was limited. Sam Darnold was a full participant.
Yeah, the big one here is Addison. Is he going to play? Yeah. Is he not going to play? That's all that matters. If we have to go from Garrett Bradbury to Dan Feeney, I don't think there's going to be much of a drop off there. So it's all about Addison for me.
Yeah, it's great news on that front that he's, limited. And not
am I a moron, or wasn't he limited last Wednesday, or did I make that up?
I think that came out. Then later it came out that he didn't do anything. So I think it was maybe a false report.
Okay. All right. So progress.
I saw that too. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's progress.
Progress.
Viking Funeral says more of a walkthrough. Okay, Viking Funeral. Are you there? Viking Funeral?
Please don't question our viewers. Appreciate every one of them. So
I appreciate him too. I just want
to go take a walk around.
I just want Addison to be a participant and did not participate. Oh,
Chris also wants to get up to 75 likes for. Oh, we got that in the bag. No problem.
Yeah.
Hit that thing. Let's go.
No doubt.
I don't know what Nitzberg's talking about, but he does not care. I think it's probably something that you said. If I had to guess, it was something you said.
I don't think so. Everything I say is very important, very worthwhile. We're at 32 likes by my count right now.
32. 32 was Amp Lee in 1993.
And 32. Let's see. Yeah, there's a running back. I don't know what the question was, Viking Funeral. How close do we have on Najee coming on?
I haven't even sent him the link yet.
All right. So let's talk about the Vikings and the hot start that we have. So obviously when you're 3-0, you start getting noticed by everybody, and there gets to be national media jumping on your bandwagon. We've even seen Stephen A. Smith, I think, had us 2 in his power rankings.
Yeah,
NFL.com, I think we were 4. Everybody's starting to notice the Minnesota Vikings. Does that make you guys nervous? Remember last year when the Josh Dobbs hype was going on and we kind of just tanked after that? Once it seems like the Vikings start getting some heat and some love, media, national, we in the past, we've kind of started to do bad. Anybody worried that it's going to happen with this year's group? Gary Balster in the house.
Gary Bear, what's up, buddy? Saw you on NFC North Roundtable. Let's go. Viking Funeral says, yeah, let them keep doubting us. This is different, though. This is different. Mm-hmm. This isn't the same old, like Josh Dobbs last year was just fun because it was not expected, like out of nowhere. I mean, it was wonderful. This is pure dominance. Yeah. Dominance. We're kicking the shit out of everybody. The Packers.
You having a moment right now?
The Packers aren't as good as the Texans. They're not as good as the Niners.
No.
So, like, we have the upper hand right now going into this game. Packers are good. I'm not like gonna just completely crap on them, but we've beaten better. We've played against better defenses. We've played against better offenses.
100% we have. Yeah, and I think like you said, this year's different. Like everything just feels different with the Vikings this year, and maybe it's because we have so many different players on this team this year. It's just it's the whole thing is just it feels like we've never really felt before. But we can kick the football accurately with our kicker. Defense is making plays. We can run the football. The offense is scoring points consistently every single game so far. I just feel like fine. Let them notice us. I don't think anything's going to change here. I think KLC, he addressed that well on his press conference. In one game at a time, we're not going to buy into this hype that everybody's talking about us. It's week 3, a lot of football left, a lot of season left.
Yeah, and even if for some reason, like the Vikings, I mean, I don't want to go down this road. I'm not predicting the Vikings lose. I don't think they will lose. If they do lose to the Packers in Lambeau, just remember, we're in Lambeau. This is not a home game. It's like no part of me is all of a sudden going to lose confidence in this team. Zero.
No. But let's talk.
There's no issues there.
I mean, let's talk about that. So, you're 3-0, you're leading the division. Everybody starts watching more and more tape on you when they face you. The NFL is a very smart league. Every defense eventually gets solved. Every offense eventually gets solved. What would you say is going to happen more? Is someone going to figure out how to attack this offense and slow us down there, or is this defense going to be something that offensive coordinators figure out how to attack and put points up against?
I think we just don't show up. I don't think the Packers are going to beat us. I'm sorry. I don't think the Packers are going to beat us. I don't know how they beat us.
I'm talking rest of the season right now. Like, I mean, eventually it just seems like, maybe it's one game that's the tell and everybody starts doing what that one team does. If you had to pick one side of the ball that someone, one of these teams is going to solve, what's it going to be?
Yeah. It would have to be on the offensive side of the ball. It'd have to be like some way to get to Sam Darnold to see his ghosts again. Like this defense, they're talking about it again today. Like no opposing offenses know what's coming. They don't know if it's man. They don't know if it's zone. They don't know which edge rushers coming at them. They don't know like anything. They're so confused. And we made Brock Purdy look silly. We made CJ Stroud look silly. Like defensively, I don't think anybody's going to figure this out. It would have to be shutting down this offense, which with Justin Jefferson, Addison coming back, Hawkinson coming back, a very good offensive line. Like, I don't know how it's going to happen. I cannot find any holes unless I was looking at you.
Gary Bolster just yelled "sis!" exclamation point! Exclamation. He just got a visitor. He's going to be gone.
Sis is around. Nobody's safe in the Bolster residence. Nobody.
Yeah, and the thing with the offense though too, that I agree with you. That I think that's probably the side of the ball that's going to, maybe if there's a struggle period, that's what's going to happen. But Jordan Addison is coming back. TJ Hawkinson is coming back. This whole thing's going to change now when Hawkinson comes in there. More weapons. More dynamic uses for everybody else. This thing's also going to evolve as well. So I think we actually have a counter to that. So I'm fully on board. I'm so confident with this team and where they're going to go and how they're playing. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon.
You think the record stops when Gare Bear walks into a family reunion? Like, oh, I think so. Shit, there's Gare Bear.
Oh God.
Anything's on the table with Gare Bear. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all on the same page here. Like, it's definitely going to be a game on Sunday. If we beat the Packers like we did the Texans, a lot of people will be very surprised. I'm not anticipating that, but I am anticipating in beating their ass.
Let me ask you this. I want to ask Boz this tomorrow when we skull with him, but if you're the Packers, are you starting Jordan Love? I mean, a not healthy Jordan Love against this defense that's hitting quarterbacks left and right.
Gare Bear has breaking news.
Where is it?
He knows.
Like, I would almost just say, okay, maybe if he's not, moving well, I maybe going to sit him out this one.
Well, yeah, Baz had a great point on the roundtable. He said if the Packers had lost those two games with Malik Willis there, and they're 1-3, or no, 0-3, they would have been 0-3. He's like, throw Love out there. Who cares? So he did put a little bit of thought out there, is the fact that they're 2-1, and they know the Vikings are going to be bringing it to Love. So there is a little bit damn, maybe we don't play him against this Vikings defense that has been so dominant, sacking the quarterback 5 times a game. Yeah. If I'm the Packers, I don't know. Love looked pretty damn good in the footage that we're out there for practice today. I don't think it matters. I don't care who they play.
No, I don't think it does either.
I would almost rather it be Love, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. And destroy him with their starting quarterback. And, maybe he gets dinged up again and loses, misses some games. And even,
I want Love to play, because even with Malik Willis, that gimmicky shit where he's running at 80 yards a game, I don't want that. Let's just play real football. That ain't real. I mean, you got Justin Fields doing that crap with the 3-0 Steelers. That ain't going to hold up. If Malik Willis was going to play 17 games, they're not going to be great. People are going to catch on.
Are you calling Malik Willis Josh Dobbs right now?
No, I'm just calling Malik Willis not as good. I mean, they played against the Colts and the Titans.
Yeah, horrible teams. Horrible football teams.
I'm confident you'd throw for 70 yards against the Titans. Probably rush for about 23.
Yeah, 41 dive.
And probably pick off Will Levis 6 times because he sucks.
Thank you. You're
welcome.
It is Gary. It is Gary. It's one of my beer glasses from thank you for buying us all those beers.
I can't believe we actually ended up leaving the hotel with those. They should have been probably just like in our orifices. How drunk we were.
They were cheap. I think there was a really good deal going on.
Well, Najee should be hopping on here soon. Hopefully, he hops on.
Oh God, did you see the link?
I can't wait to see what's going on with his injury. We got some questions for Najee. Najee is a fan favorite, no doubt about it.
We miss him.
Versus Levi's a bust. Damn right. Anybody in here in the comments have a Levi jean jacket when you're a young lad? Lupicus had his was super denim. He couldn't get the Levi jacket. A little too spendy. His just said super denim on it.
I think I had a Lee. I think I had a Lee brand.
It said super denim.
I don't know what super denim is.
Well, we all did. We saw your jacket. It said super denim on it.
At least I wasn't drinking powdered milk.
You know what? Whatever. I had a Levi jacket. I had powdered milk. I had a Levi jacket. 46 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that thing. Let's go.
What did Delton bleach? I think I missed
can only
something.
Imagine when he bleached. Something tells me it might be his turd cutter. Anthony Webb at a couple Canadian tuxedos confirmed.
Nice.
Oh man, what is the confidence level going into Sunday? Do we all expect to win? I am, and maybe that's a bad thing.
I don't know how can you think anything else is going to happen with the way this team is playing? I don't get it. I mean, something's got to drastically change for them to lose this game.
Josh Jacobs clearly is an issue here. He's kind of been up and down. We're going to get into it. Purple and gold bars in the house. Good to see you. Josh Prater is nervous. Dalton Vincent just says the number 6. Is that the confidence level 1 to 10?
Oh, I think that's what it is.
JDT 7 out of 10.
Whatever he bleached. I'm like, what is this 6?
D Garcia is at a 10. Love that.
Yeah. Just read some of these comments. I'm at a 10 too. I don't know how it can be anything but a 10. You know, if we like somehow squeaked by
Big Mole in Arizona gifting out 5 memberships.
Thank you, Big Moen.
We should get a couple new members tonight. What do you say?
Yeah, and also if you want to, I think a member is good enough to sponsor you in trivia later. I think that would classify as a sponsorship.
We did Boswell. Boswell, if you're here, you never got back to me whether it was a shirt or a hat, so I sent you a hat. I just went to the safe. I didn't know your shirt size. Funeral and Ashley got some hoodies on the way. I know there's some other ones as well. So did I get it right last week or not?
Yeah, you're so far you have not lost.
I'm 2 for 2. Any super chats, get in the sponsor for a chance to win some one bar.
And let's throw memberships in there as well.
Let's do it. Yes, memberships or super chats. Let me put out the link. Let's see if we can get a new member or two tonight. Talk about your
says,
life.
hat. Got this fly. It just keeps.
You have a fly?
Flies been at your house right now?
No, my house isn't gross.
Oh. Well, I'm out in the woods.
No, flies, they don't need woods. They do not need woods.
Oh, they're everywhere. They are everywhere right now.
I'm glad you said that, though.
I got fly juice on my fingers right now.
You got fly juice all over the place. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find this damn link. King of the North. Hell yeah. We're getting some thank yous for those memberships. Alyssa, Lupa Gals Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2. Cannot wait to get Alyssa on here. Talk about the 3-0 Vikings, Alyssa, Shelby, and Coda. One of my favorite shows. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. It's like the new Thank God It's Friday show.
RMZ, let's go.
RMZ, I think he's sponsoring you with a kiss.
Yeah, that's a sponsor. That's a sponsorship. TGIF, Family Matters, Full House, great show.
Wasn't was Dinosaurs on Friday too?
Jesus, really? I don't think
it was Perfect Strangers. I think that was like on a Tuesday.
No, Perfect Strangers was Friday for a while. All right, here it is. All right, sorry, I've been. Let's go. Hold on. Boom, there it is. Let's get a couple members. Let's go. We got Harmsy, Dwells, Big Mole, Arizona, Skull Mafia in the mix for sponsorship to see if I can get the Vikings Packers trivia, which I don't know what it is. Sabrina Teenage Witch, hell yeah, it was.
Oh, look at Ashley confirms Dinosaurs was on Fridays.
Wasn't
horrifying ending that show. Really sad ending.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, let's keep going. Let's get into Vikings Packers. Instead of favorite Packer, because we all hate the Packers, but how about a favorite moment, Vikings Packers moments back in time, one that you can think of? I think there's lots of great memories of this rivalry. It's been going on for eons. Vikings Packers. Give us a favorite memory.
Favorite memory from Vikings Packers. There's some good ones. Chris Olsen is in the mix. Olsen
says, I'm in.
Damon Bates, let's go. Damon Bates. Look at that happy couple. They look so happy.
Look at that.
Appreciate that, Damon. You are now in the mix as well. Michael Carter in the house. Keep those members coming. The Moon. Tim Ross didn't even hesitate.
The Moon, yeah. Fantastic moment. The best is hearing Randy Moss tell the story about it. Viking.
Jesus.
Wow.
Viking funeral.
Wow.
Well done, sir. Insane.
Thank you, Viking funeral.
We love Viking funeral.
I think we need to go there and hand shampoo his beard.
You know what? I think he likes it natural, if I had to guess. Michael Boswell getting in the mix. I want a hat, and Packers suck. You got a hat, Boz. I sent you a hat, man. It should be coming soon. Dave Valinsky, let's beat the Packers twice, and the Gophers bring home the axe. Wow.
Yeah, let's do it.
That would be beautiful. Everybody's getting in the mix. Gare Bear Bolsters.
Oh, yeah.
Beer fund contribution. All right. We got a lot of sponsors tonight.
Oh, what Ashley wrote.
Oh, Jesus, Ashley, come on. I want you guys to have a really nice night together.
She's poking the bear right now.
Delton.
Delton.
Pulls out the Dishman. I remember watching that. Just couldn't believe it. Just couldn't believe it. Alyssa, the Moon. The Moon. Yep, that's good. Yep, T-Bass, the Moon.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I went a little bit deeper here. I went to the game, season opener. What year was this? 2003, I believe. September 7th, 2003. The Packers, I think they're rededicating Lambeau Field. We went there. We were supposed to suck that year. And the Packers, I think, were very heavy favorites. And we ended up winning that game 30-25. John freaking Avery catches a Dante Culpepper pass. Remember that? Like John Avery somehow made the team, scores that first game. Vikings spoil Lambeau's rededication with Brett Favre as the quarterback, 30-25. That was fantastic and very unexpected. And
John Avery, I believe he was like from the Arena League or from
something,
the Europe League, something weird, because he came there. He's a kick returner, and John Avery. That is a name I definitely remember. I like that you're reaching in your back pocket there a little bit more. The Moon was no doubt one of the best ones, and Moss had some damn good games against the Packers. But I'm going, and somebody said it in the comments earlier. I'm going. There we go. Boswell just said it. When Favre returned to Lambeau and we beat the shit out of him, and he had a good game. Like, they're booing his ass. Like, I can't imagine that is equivalent to the Vikings watching Randy Moss come to our stadium in a Packers uniform. Like, you couldn't even imagine it. And even if Green Bay, or even if Favre would have lost that game, it'd probably still be on my top one. Because the fact that they had to see that, and not only see it, but see him just tear them a new asshole, it's top. And Aaron Jones is going to be right up there this week. How painful that must be to see Greg Jennings. I mean, shit, Bob Tunyon might be active. Like, nobody from the Vikings goes to the Packers.
No.
Like, who does that? Like, which ones have done it?
There's a few. I don't want to talk about it.
There's been a few, but they haven't been good. And it was absolutely wonderful to see. And speaking of wonderful to see, look at this guy. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What's up?
Jesus, look at that bed.
Is it a throne?
It's just Game of Thrones style there.
Damn.
Najee, it is wonderful to see you, man. How you been?
Getting through, going day by day. 4 weeks out now, so. Man, it's getting better. It has its days still.
What's your actual diagnosis again? It's with the knee, right?
Yeah, I ended up having a double bundle PCL surgery. So it was a double bundle PCL repair.
Okay. Jesus. I don't know what that means. It sounds intense. Like,
I once ordered a
what's like the
double
prognosis
from
for that?
Hardee's.
Like, is it just all about time? I mean, is it a long-term thing?
So I mean, honestly, it's about like a year recovery. Man, I had like a lot of other stuff, like my cartilage was down in there, and had to get my kneecap straightened back out, and everything like that. So I mean, it was a rough surgery. Like, man, honestly, it just brings perspective. Like anybody that has like an ACL tear or anything with a knee where you have to get surgery on it, just like yeah, they're pretty tough to get through that because it's a crazy surgery. Just and then just working back with it. Um, honestly, like day to day, just trying to get back. Some days you feel like you can just go with it, and then as soon as you feel like you're progressing, is like the next day's like boom, it hits you.
Mm.
So so recovery is, I mean, where are you at now? I mean, are you going to be up in Minnesota? Like, what's your plan for the
Yeah,
coming?
I'm here in Minnesota. I go out to a place called Tree Game Face. Amazing place. I mean, they help me as far as PT and then as far as weightlifting and everything like that. So I do that combined about 5 days a week. And honestly, I mean, for me, it's just like they say, you take it one day at a time. And they're helping me throughout the whole process. And I still speak with my surgeon up in Baltimore. Just have like questions like when's the kind of soon as I can walk. If I push it later, what's this and that, and kind of like the down effects of doing this so like that. So I just keep in touch around with everybody that was in process with this, just to see like where I'm gonna push it at. How many months out, how many weeks out, and things like that.
Nice. I don't know if you can see the comments, Najee, but nothing but love for you. You were
Yeah,
definitely a fan
Jesus.
favorite
I feel
here.
like
It's
we should
just
leave.
blowing up here in the
I
comments.
think we should just leave and leave Najee. I got to ask you one more thing. Like when the injury went down, like, did you know how serious it was? Did you know you're going to be for an extended period of time, or was it just kind of like wait and see?
So what's crazy about it? So it happened like play 14, Chicago might have been like the first punt we had. That's when they had like a 10-yard return. Me and Jay Ward roll down there. Jay Ward shoots inside, and I end up shooting outside. But it was too early with it. And so I just did like a regular slide, like my normal slide tackle type thing. But I said I just kind of like overshot, and as soon as I got up, like after the play, I started limping, and like I felt my knee give out, but it kind of like came back to life, and so then it was just like over time throughout the year, it just started getting worse. I mean, I knew it. I started had like 3 MRIs with it, just to make sure it wasn't just getting that much worse. But it was clear cut, like PCL's torn. Then there was like some other spots on there that we were trying to figure out, like exactly what is this, and it was kind of hard to get answers. So like for me, my goal at the end of the day, I knew I was going to need surgery, but my goal was to try to push it as long as I can without even thinking about surgery. Um, and so like I said, I did like 8 months of rehab, and so
Damn.
all the reports, like I was cleared that week to come out. I mean, I was honestly, if I didn't come in that day and my knee wasn't swollen, I'm out there this year. And that's just reality to the fact, because like last year I played, I knew like it swell up and everything like that. And honestly, man, my respect for the Vikings organization is just, I mean, it's out the roof for the way, like, if I needed a day or two that I couldn't roll and stuff like that, the coaches were understandable throughout the season. And, they gave the time, and it was just like, hey, make sure you're ready for Sunday. And that's just how it was. And so, I mean, they're understandable with a lot of things. And for me, like, not every doctor has the answer. And that's like, for the thing is like, that's the thing about just going around the world and trying to figure out who can find answers. And I mean, for me, it was like kind of didn't have answers for a long time. Like we knew it was the PCL, but it was obviously like a lot more stuff, deep down, that you had to like basically wait the surgery to figure out what was wrong. But like I said, I mean, my respects goes out to the organization. working with me through the whole process. And just with KO and Kwesi, honestly, like if you kind of go through, like I guess throughout the league, and you see guys with injuries that are kind of unknown circumstances, you see the guys are cut. Injury settlement, go on about your business, and when you're healed, talk to us. And with them, like I had constant communications with KO, and honestly, I was like, I'm ready to come back by the Philly game. Like I'm ready for the preseason. Like I'm coming back, but it just didn't work out. Because it was crazy because it didn't swell up one week I ran, and that was everything. But then like the following week, it was like I'm going out there. Yeah, it just kind of like came back like, nah, you're not going at all. So then after that, it was like I'm not even gonna try to go to week one because it hadn't worked for 8 months. So I'm not even gonna sit and try to push it again for another 2 weeks. So I just cut it and I was like, you know what? It's gonna suck to miss a whole year and everything that comes with that. But if you look at the far as the longevity part of it, I don't want to come up on the contract year. I'm still dealing with a knee problem and everything like that. It kind of hurts you on the back end of things because then okay, if you have to sit out later in your career, what does that do? So it was just best to go ahead and get it done and just go through the process.
So, I mean, you were technically released by the Vikings. Were you concerned someone was going to grab you on waivers? I mean, I'm sure you guys knew the situation. You're going to be placed in IR, but there was that 24-hour period where you could have been claimed, correct?
Well, I mean, yeah. So I mean, I wasn't concerned because what comes along with being released off injury and everything like that. It kind of started opening eyes, like kind of like what's going on here. Um, and honestly, it was like if it was probably a timetable of a couple months and that happened, then probably I wouldn't be here if it was less. But
No.
with it being such a long time thing, I'm glad nobody else came and got me. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like I love it here,
So are we.
and
So are we.
and and my thing is like I love working with Hat and DG, as far as special teams and just all the guys that I've met in the room, just the relationships that I have with them. Like, I mean, I honestly I love it here. But like end of the day, like with this business, you have to understand it is a business. And those 26 hours, like it sucked because I'm in constant communication with my agent and everything, and he's talking with me, and I'm just like I was like, I want to do everything I can to, stay here. Like I don't want to leave. But when that process goes through, it's out of your hands. There's not much you can do about it. Not much you can say about it. Who wants to take a chance? That's what they're gonna do. That's what happens. But honestly, like throughout those 26 hours, I honestly had found out. Like I looked back right back on Twitter because I'm just sitting here and I look back on Twitter and see they put it back on IR and everything like that, and it just kind of brought some more relief because it was a hectic day for like me and my agent because he has some other guys, and so it was just everything just going across, and it's just like we finally got it settled down, got back on IR, and now it's just the recovery process.
We were all
So
stressing it. We were all
yeah, I
stressing.
mean, when something like that goes down, when the Vikings make that move, do they actually say like, "Look, man, as soon as you clear, we're bringing you back"? I mean, do they give you any heads up, or are you just like, I don't know
So
what's about to
I
happen?
mean, every situation is different. But for me, it was kind of like I'm talking with the training staff and everything like that, and it was like I wanted more opinions, and everything like that, because some of the opinions I was getting, I didn't like none of the answers, um, and I understood the surgery aspect and coming back from it and everything like that, and I really just didn't like the answers at all. So I was like, yeah, I got to go somewhere else and get this checked out, like understand what's really going on here. So it's like I said, it's just is it 8 months here is like we kind of don't really have that many answers. We're kind of on the fence here. Um, and so like honestly, when you're around the business, even at the cover of months, you kind of understand, once you see guys coming in, start working out, and you kind of know that you're injured and stuff like that, you kind of already know the reality of what's going to happen. And so you just kind of sit and wait for that reality to actually happen. I already knew at that process, with it being so late, that it was going to be a business thing, and basically kind of knew like I wasn't going to pass a physical anywhere else, honestly. Like, and that's just what it was. And so, just based off their business aspect, they kind of understood like you're not really going anywhere. You can't. And so, just kind of go ahead and go with the process, the cut, wait 26 hours, we bring you back and, just kind of get you back here next year and ready to roll. Because when we had a couple guys like that, James Lynch, he messed up his knee. And so he kind of went through the same process with me. And so, like, I mean, I told KO before, he was like, you know what, this is kind of what this is going to be. This is exactly like, James Lynch situation. Come back when you're healed and, fight for a spot on the roster. And so, like, I already knew kind of what was going down because that morning they started bringing some offensive linemen in and some guys working out. And I just looked, I was like, yeah, it's just that time. And so, once that was done, I immediately flew out to Baltimore and, I just got the process rolling.
Nice. So did you see this Vikings 3-0 start? Like, did you see this coming? Did you know this was going to happen?
What's crazy, because I just walked into the building yesterday and I was just talking with the defensive coach and everything. What's crazy, this team, yes, we got a lot better this year. Don't get it wrong by far. We got a lot better. The offseason was great pickups, bringing Aaron Jones back in the backfield, Jonathan Grenard, like, it's just our D line is just rolling.
Mm.
And, in our secondary, we got a bunch of guys out there that are just balling. And what's the most probably underrated position right now that it's balling each and every week right now is our linebackers. Our D line, the linebackers is just making the back end really easy. But my what I always love looking at, I always love looking at special teams, and I'm happy that a Caleb uh was able to find another love out there at special teams, and is able to make some distraction plays and get down the field, helping Ron right out and everything like that, and then we go pick up Will, and he's just killing it. And
Mhm.
so honestly, like you've seen it coming the whole time, because with Flores, he going to get his guys. So that just when you go get your guys and everything, it stops a bunch of the teaching process because they come in knowing what's expected, and they also bring in their leadership with it. So now you're teaching some of the young guys that's been there for a year. Now you're teaching like, hey, this is kind of what Flores wants, based off this tape here in Miami and everything like that. And so now you have a bunch of guys that's on the same page each and every week. And so it's really hard to already go be the mastermind of a guy on defense. Brian Flores, he's not even out there playing, but it feels like it. So now you got a bunch of guys out there that think just like him and they're playing just like he wants. That's really, really hard because you can't tell what defense we're in. I don't care. You can look at the film and all things like that because, last year, Harry or 4-4 might have tipped it off because, there was our blitzing guys, but good luck now because you have Cashman here, you have IP here, we got Van Geeko over here is like, is he coming or is he dropping, like that. And so now you can actually send Harry because they really don't know. And now you got a bunch of young guys that can step up in there. You can go throw Jay Ward in there on the blitz. I mean, he showed preseason last year against the Cardinals. He come off the edge and he can go make some plays. He can go be in coverage, be a curl flag guy. So we're such a complete team, and the chemistry around the building has built the whole offseason. Like you just seen it coming. Like last year, we had this. It was just we were just sporadic in different phases that you know one game might have been the defense away, one game might have been offense, special teams might have sprinkled the win here. Now it's they're feeding off each other, and it's just every phase of the game is just going complete because even the sideline, phase four, you have adversity, you know fumbles happen, turnovers happen, you don't see the negativity at all. It's what, let's go get it. And that's just this is how it is. And we kind of built off of last year. Like the defense took a stand as like what, put this on our back. Even going back to last year, you go the Falcons game. We turn the ball over deep, and they're starting like 10-yard line or something like that, and they go 4th and goal and didn't get it. And so you've seen our defense just, building over the year. And, they gave us another year together with pretty much everybody and just add some pieces. So that's what really made it dangerous. And, you know, everybody was talking about this bridge quarterback thing and with Sam Darnold and everything like that. I mean, yeah, you see the Jets had to go get Aaron Rodgers, and, he was just already a great quarterback itself. But, even with the Jets, it's like, it's hard sometimes to win there, and that's just been the look of football for years. And Aaron Rodgers getting the hang of things. He's a great quarterback already, but it was just Sam Darnold came into like the best situation you can come into. You have the best weapons as far as a collective from the backfield, from 1, 2, 3 deep, and even at the receivers 1, 2, 3 deep. And then you go to practice squad and go 1, 2, 3 deep. You can bring anybody on our team and put them in that lineup, and Sam has weapons all around. You don't see it where we're looking at, oh, let's throw JJ 24/7, and now they're, we might be throwing into double coverage. Fine. They want to double JJ. Guess what? We have Speedy now. Cool. Y'all want to try to take Speedy out? Guess what? We're gonna throw Addison in there. Addison can get us one-on-ones now. And if Addison's hurt, guess what? We just bring somebody up, throw an extra tight end in there. Now you see Johnny Muntz excelling.
Munsky.
And so like it's really hard to guard us. It was hard last year to guard us anyway. But this year it's just like it's that much harder.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Najee, you're getting everybody fired up in the comments. You get me fired up. I wish it was Sunday right now. We got to talk coaching staff just real quick. I mean, obviously, like everybody just seems to love this coaching staff. O'Connell, Flores. I mean, O'Connell's like choking up when he's talking about some of these players. I mean, is that such a big deal? Like when players want to come to play for the Minnesota Vikings, where they look at that? I mean, is that genuine? Is that legit? As far as this Vikings, just coaching staff and front office as a whole?
Oh, I mean, 100%. I mean, like I said, when I walked in there yesterday, I mean, it was nothing but love. Cause like even when I seen Coach O'Connell, like I mean, he just turned around and it was just like you could just feel like the love and everything everybody has. And just with Coach O'Connell and Quase everything, they're not guys that you can't just go talk to at any time. They're guys that you can really, talk to at any point in time, and you understand that it's a business, but it's not, a dirty way of business. It's a great way of business, and you talk to players and they're like, what, Minnesota is just like a great spot. Like I've always heard that, and I'm just like, I said, I'm not being biased because I play there. It's like it's honestly, it is one of the best spots you probably could be around. It's like facility wise, even down to our equipment. Mike is Mike and his crew are great. I mean, Mike, it's not when you walk around like, man, I might need a shirt. I might have forgot it at home. You don't go in there and it's like, where's this blah blah blah. Mike's gonna get it for you, and make sure that's not a distraction at all. You need cleats or anything, Mike's gonna take care of you, and then just the staff that they have around, the offense is connected with the defense. They have meetings where their DBs are in there with the receivers, and we're talking. Okay, this is what we're looking at. Defense, this is what we're looking at, and we're actually taking time to learn both sides of what we're looking at, and now it makes everything just that much better. And it for us, it's just the small things around the facility that they really really key in on. And so when you look at the bigger picture, it looks like, oh man, we haven't seen this in a long time, but it was just something in the mix that was brewing. And a lot of people don't understand, why did we make this move? Why is this? No, you probably will never understand. But at the end of the day, the way that organization's set up, they have so many people that are sitting here, here, and here, that when that decision's made, it's more than likely about a 95% chance that this is going to work. And that was the thing with bringing Sam in. If you look at the quarterback market, it there wasn't much out there. What are you going to go get? Joe Flacco? That yeah, he did great in the playoffs and everything. That's good, but now we're talking about what's dangerous with our offense is we started seeing last year, And Coach O'Connell's mastermind is if you get a mobile quarterback that can extend plays, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's good luck. And that's what you see around the thing. That the way that staff is made, all the way up to the nutrition, to the cafe. I mean, everything is just great. Like it feels like home 24/7 there, and you love your job when you're playing for the Vikings. Like you really love your job.
Najee, please tell me the time you forgot your shirt is when you show up in that wolf costume.
it
Hey,
was
Mike handed him a wolf.
He's like,
it was funny because like I'd somebody I might ask like what do you got planned for this week? I was like, oh, don't worry, I got something
I
for
forgot
that
your
one.
shirt.
For that one, I was supposed to be an abominable snowman, but it never came in the mail. So then like I
Damn
literally
it.
stopped at a costume store and I was like, you know what, let me just put something together. And so I ended up putting it together and that's
Nailed
what
it.
I just popped out for.
Well, you did well.
Absolutely freaking nailed it. I got a couple quick hitters for you. Lopez, you got anything else?
Well, we got a few from the viewers I was going to ask them.
Yes, let's do it. Hit it up.
Well, here's one that I'm most embarrassed to ask because I don't know if I want to know the answer. But T-Bass asked, so do most of the Vikings know about the Stud of the Week trophies that we send out to the players? Is it talked about at all in the locker room? I don't know if you know, Wilmar Luppigas, we do have a vote every week, Stud of the Week. We see them in Justin Jefferson's lockers. T-Bass
Jefferson had
wants to
him in
know
there.
if they're talked about.
Yeah, I mean, when we get back to our lockers, they'll be right there in the lockers. It kind of just depends on the timing of everything. Once you get in there, sometimes it might be a week where we're on a tight schedule, and so it might be like 5-10 minutes we got to get rolling and everything like that. But it's always talked about like we appreciate just because sometimes we don't express or post everything. We appreciate everything from everybody, like all the fan mail and everything like that. Like we keep a lot of the stuff. Like don't worry, like we see it, everything like that. We appreciate it more than you know.
Have you ever
So
seen anybody just take it and just chuck it in the garbage?
never, I've
Horrible,
never seen
horrible
it.
language.
Yeah, never.
I think
Like I've
Najee
never
won one
I've
last year,
never
didn't
seen
he?
that.
He won. The Packers beat
Yeah,
the
I did.
Yeah,
It
he
was
got one.
Hell yeah, well deserved. Sam
Hell yeah.
Darnold's got two on the
Yeah.
way, and Sam Darnold is the man. But also, what else you got?
Let's see. Chris Vikings 30 wants to know which player is the most vocal in the locker room and which player talks the most on the field.
Hottie, easy. Jihad Ward, easy. I mean, by
Kidding.
far.
Wow, really?
I mean
dude's
that.
a
I mean
beast.
he's energetic 24/7. There's never a dull moment with him. I mean
Nice.
outside of like for me, I try to bring injury every day. Me and him basically go at it every single possible day. I mean, you could think of.
I love the
I got a
Hottie
weird.
gets one.
I want to ask a weird one quick. When it comes down to final cuts, like I know you've been with the Vikings 2 years now. Like, does everybody have a real good sense as far as like who's gonna end up getting cut, or like is there any real surprises when it comes to inside the locker room?
Honestly, you don't really see it surprises. You kind of start to get an idea. You kind of get an idea early, like when everybody's set in, you have like your 90-man roster, everything like that, and you kind of just sit in meetings and seeing certain guys play style and this and that. And what you've seen the last couple years is Kwesi in this undrafted process, he's went and found a bunch of gems. And so now when you start finding a bunch of gems in the undrafted process, then you look at the business side of things. I can get this guy for the next 2 or 3 years. And, basically he goes and earn his paycheck. And, sometimes I have the drafted guys that you pay this and everything like that. And so now it's like, man, he's actually doing a whole lot better. And so you kind of get a sense. And then once it gets like later on, you see like a bunch of these undrafted guys ball, and you're like, some of these guys really might be on the rope. And then it's like sometimes you look back at yourself and you're like, this is gonna be a tough one here. Cause it's like maybe I'm banged up, do I sit it out? Do I really just tough it through? Because he's like, I got those 2 weeks after, as soon as they make cuts, we got those 2 weeks for the first game. So it gives me time to get healed. And so you kind of really get a sense early. At the end, it's not really a surprise. Sometimes it can be a couple guys that's a surprise, but like I said, like somebody said, it's a numbers game really at that point. But you get a sense.
No.
Nice. D. Garcia wants to know who is the biggest instigator in the locker room? Who's causing shit in that locker room?
Is it
Oh,
Nudie? It's Nudie McLaughlin, ain't it?
for us, you don't never for us like up and abound. You never really see any like fights like that at all. Like everybody's so tight. Like honestly, like yeah, a bunch of guys might get heated at practice. You might see something, but I promise you, soon as that whistle's blown to get off the field, like heck, everybody's going out to eat, or we're going to go bowl or something like that. And that's where you see this 3-0 thing rolling right now. Is because the chemistry's so tight that nobody's bickering like, "Oh man, you had a fumble last week." Okay, guess what? He had a fumble. Let's help him in practice where we don't have that problem no more. And that's the mindset from the coaches all the way down to the training staff. Everybody helps everybody. So you don't see us out there causing fights. Even on the field, you don't even see us really fighting because that's just not the culture at all.
Nice.
Well, Dustin threw one out there quick.
Yeah,
If
like
you
this
were on
one.
offense, which position would you play?
If I was on offense, uh, honestly, it would be receiver. I mean, I played a
Yeah.
little bit of receiver, like throughout high school, a little bit in college, everything like that. Um, I had to learn how to catch it both hands, everything like that. As far as tracking the ball and everything like that, I would end up going to play receiver.
Hell yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta ask you a couple quick ones because I know you're active on Twitter and it seems like you're watching sports like
All the
24/7.
time. Yeah.
Whether
All
it's
the time.
football, basketball. So obviously you're the number one Vikings fans out there. But when it comes to basketball and baseball, who are your squads? Who's your team?
I'm a big Rangers fan, and the only reason I am
Rangers.
is because I love the pitching aspect of the game.
All right.
And I understand like the hitting part, it has its ups and downs, but I love teams with great pitching, because that kind of goes back with football, like a quarterback play. You're not going out there to win without a great pitcher, and I don't care what you do without a good bullpen, you're not winning the World Series, and that's just how it rolls each and every year. Team that has that best bullpen and at least solid pitchers, they're gonna win. And so for me, I watch almost every sport I can watch. I love watching tennis. I love it. And so like, right now baseball is a big thing. Tennis is spotty with all the, US Open, everything done like that. So I try to go watch every sport, even with WNBA. I try to get around to everything just to have an open mindset with all the other sports. And, how does, each professional sport or each college team, weigh up to each other. And so that way, like I'm looking at certain game on Saturday, I'm like, okay, this team's gonna win only because of, this and that. Like USC and Michigan last week, it's 2 weeks ago, I believe. It's like, all right, Michigan's only going to win this based off the running game because the West Coast football, everybody runs a 3-3-5 and a 4-2-5 out there. That's not a good run stopping defense. And just like you see with the Nebraska head coach, he was at Baylor running that 3-3-5 defense and everything, and it was going crazy. But that was only against Oklahoma, who passes 50, 60 times a game. And when they face a team that runs, it's not going to work. And he carries on with the Carolina Panthers and everything like that. And it's sometimes it's very hard to transition a college defense into a NFL defense. And now he's at Nebraska, and now he's doing his thing because that defense, what he's gonna run, and just his mindset at how it rolls. He has players now, and they are rolling. And honestly, I love watching Nebraska.
Yeah, you.
Actually, I really want to ask you this though before we go. But just every time we talk to you, like I'm always so impressed by like your knowledge of the team from like top to bottom, every single level, even from like you mentioned the equipment staff up. Like post career NFL career, I can't decide. I've been thinking in my head, like, would you rather be a coach or would you rather be an analyst? Like, I could see you being either one.
Yeah, it's tough because honestly, it was crazy. It's like what I've always said after football. I would be an analyst, but I'd probably want to be a track coach because I don't think I'd ever want to stop running. Like for me, I love running, and so track. it can't, because it boiled down to basically, was I going to go to South Carolina to run track, or was I going to go play football at Georgia Southern? And the one thing that detoured it was I played football for so long. I kind of didn't know what track offered at the time because I was just a kid that went out there and ran for those couple months. I'd never ran it year round. AAU track wasn't interested. Nationals, nothing like that. Wasn't interested. I just went out there for those 5 6 months and ran. And over time, my coach James Davis was just training me, and it's just, him and Coach Nash, they were just pushing me so much that each year the speed just kept going crazy. And then my senior year, was able to struck out. Uh, was able to break a state record. Still have like multiple records that meets till this day. And so that's what I honestly would probably go be a track coach. But now it's hard because I have a love at special teams so much that I want to be a special team coach. So it's a hard thing. So when that time comes, it's like something I have to figure out.
Well, you got a lot of time to think about that.
I think the one bar Najee and Lupagus show sounds fantastic. If you ever change
Hell
your
yeah,
mind,
why not?
I guess I'm always here whenever you need me.
Hell yeah.
All right, so I got two more for you. So first one, real quick, is like when realistically are you going to be back on the field doing your thing? Like next year, like OTAs, like what's realistic? What's your goal?
My goal. I don't see myself, because OTAs is right in February, right? February, March area. I'm gonna be just now getting back to running around that time. So OTAs is for sure out of the question. My goal is to get into preseason, so hopefully. But with everything, like as far as this, like the leg and everything like that, I'm gonna make sure by far that I am 100% before I step back on. So like honestly, I don't have the answer, and I ask those questions. Realistically, when is this? When is that? Um, and I'm not gonna take the longest way possible, because like I want to get back out there. And that's just what it is. But I I'm going to make sure that everything is in place, um, and it's structurally ready to go when I go out there, because just how I play, it brings a lot of a lot of stuff on my body is my legs, just because of the way I've had to tackle because of the rules of the game and everything like that. So I know how I play. I know how I tackle. I know, running at 20 miles per hour, crashing into something, it weighs. So I don't know when realistically I'm gonna get out there, but my goal is, at least preseason game 2, to hopefully get out there. But if that doesn't, I'm definitely gonna shoot for preseason 3. And I think at worst case scenario, um, IR, like TJ's going through right now, that would be another scenario.
Yeah, I mean, let's remember Najee in the comment. 24 years old, dude. Man, you got so much time, man. You got all the time in the world. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to get out there, but 24 years old, let that thing heal. Be the rock star that you are on special teams. And my final one is Vikings. Are they gonna beat the hell out of the Packers this weekend?
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, you got to just look at it like, obviously
Shit,
we
he's
don't
getting
know
up.
we don't know the quarterback situation, but that's not going to deter anything that we do. Our defense is going to be our defense, and it's like good luck, reading our defense. I don't care who you are. They're over there thinking that they better hope they have Jordan Love. And there's no discredit to Malik Willis, great athlete, and he's stepping in and he got them a win. Like there's no discredit to him at all. But at the end of the day, you know, you haven't seen our defense, and for a young quarterback, as we seen last week, to come out there and see our defense, it never looks beautiful. And so they're just hoping that, Jordan Love's playing. But the Packers are, if nobody really does any research, they're one of the youngest teams in the league. They're one of the most talented teams in the league. And it's like, and it's respect. Everybody thinks it's, something where we hate each other. Like, I haven't experienced any hate anyway. If there's any type of hate anywhere, it's probably between us and the Lions, if anything. And that's just
nice.
And that's just that. But there's not no crazy hate between like us and the Packers. We know it's going to be a dogfight of a game. But our goal this year by far is to go get 2. And they're really looking forward to this week. Because we was in there, like I looked at the film and everything like that. They're really a young team, and they're pretty dangerous. Believe it or not, they have all the offensive weapons, the defensive weapons. They went and got better. And like I said, they're just young and athletic. But like I said, what we did this off season, going to pick up all those guys, and we should have everybody coming back this week, which makes our team that much dangerous. So it's like, yeah, I honestly seeing us winning by at least 2 scores. If this is not over early. But like I said,
let's go.
Like I said, it's the league, and all games are gonna normally be close. What you've seen last week normally doesn't happen each and every week. But honestly, I just feel like what we have rolling, it's just gonna work in our favor, and we're just gonna keep it rolling.
Najee, I got one more quick one. Thank you so much for being on. Appreciate your time. As you see, the show is sponsored by Top Tater. Have you tried Top Tater dip yet?
Yes.
I have not.
Oh, you got to do it.
You got to get your butt, get some Top Tater, man. It's so damn good.
It looks like I definitely will get there.
Only get it in Minnesota.
Made right here in Minnesota, baby. You hit up that Top Tater, man. Najee, you are the man, sir. We appreciate every time you come on here. You gave us a ton of time tonight. Wish you nothing but the best. Get healthy. We cannot wait to see you back out there in purple.
100%.
Most definitely. Can't wait.
Take care, buddy.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Najee.
We love you, man.
Nah,
damn, Najee's the man.
Just so open and honest.
Open and honest. I'm going to pee my pants.
All right. Thank you for being open and honest. Najee Thompson, just a fan favorite, a show favorite. He's an open book, getting some behind the scenes stuff and a couple fascinating nuggets to take away. Just the whole cutting process that, guys kind of get an idea if they're going to stay or go. And then the fact that there's maybe some legitimate, I'm not going to say hate, but maybe some heat between the Vikings and the Lions player wise. That was something. That was something I didn't expect to hear that. So actually getting some honest answers from a player. I love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah. And, we all wish Najee a speedy recovery, and, he's targeting preseason week 2. Hopefully he's out there for the full 2025 season. Dude is fantastic. Special teams beast, special teams demon. Just a lightning rod on that unit. So love Najee Thompson. Again, just thank you for taking the time. Like, that was a long interview, and we appreciate that. So yeah, I agree. JDT 93 was probably talking about Kirby Joseph, 100%. But yeah, it's just so weird because he was on here, I think, in the spring, and he didn't know there was no indication that he was hurt or injured. So the fact he was playing through that, because I think he said the Bears game, which was like week 9, 10-ish last year. We still have 4 or 5 games. So yeah, the dude was toughing it out last year too. We had no idea he was in pain.
Yeah, that's shocking that it was like that long of an injury. All right, we still got to talk a little bit of Niners. I know we're going a little bit long tonight. Hopefully, you guys don't take off on us, but that was well worth it. That was fantastic. Najee is the man. He is the shit. Damn, what a dude, and what a bed. What a bed he had.
That thing was like a
wonderful
freaking throne. Just a throne. He's a king.
Wonderful. So far, we're gonna do Vikings Niners trivia. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the mix. If you want to sponsor that and still become a member, I will throw the link down in the description. Let's get a couple more members tonight. Am I getting greedy?
No, I think that's fine. It's Vikings Packers trivia. So
let's
talk.
There's a link. Become a member. Let's go.
A little more Vikings Packers here before we get into the trivia. Aaron Jones revenge game. This is what we're looking forward to. The day he signed with the Vikings way back in March. We said this is going to be one dude motivated to destroy his former team. Comes out today with this letter. Did you read the letter he wrote to Green Bay?
I didn't. I heard about it. I heard it was nice, warm and fuzzies. Smart move. He doesn't want to get booed. Like, he put it out perfectly. But I do think it was genuine. I don't think Aaron Jones, like, he loves that's where he came from. Unfortunately, where he came from is where he's going to go bust off for about 125 yards, 2 scores, and jump in the Lambeau, do the Lambeau leap. Oh,
yeah. There was some underlying themes there. One was underappreciated. Definitely felt underapprciated when they did not decide to. I think it was an extension or not extension, but like a bone. There was something there to keep his contract going. They decided not to do it.
And they paid Josh Jacobs way more.
Yeah.
So Aaron Jones could be doing what Josh Jacobs is doing. D. Garcia wants in. That a baby. He's in. He's in.
He's in. So Pittsburgh, that's really.
I love the bed.
I love Lamp.
I'm on his side. I love it too.
So don't you expect Aaron Jones just to absolutely go off this weekend?
I hope so. I mean, like if he does, that's a added bonus. I just want to win. The Packers have given up some yards on the ground in some games. I believe the Colts, they got some yards. We'll see. Doesn't matter. I want him to score. He can get 10 yards and score a touchdown. That's all I care.
Anything concern you with the Packers offense?
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
If they decide to run the ball, like quarterback wise, don't care. I think we'll handle it. I'm not saying we'll shut them down, but we'll handle it. If Josh Jacobs gets going for like $120, something like that, and he's just continuously getting 6-7 yards a carry, that is a concern.
Well, and we did, a very good job against him last year. We played him in Oakland. Granted, different offensive line, different offensive scheme, but we shut him down that time. I think we can do it again. You said quarterback doesn't matter to me. 2 young quarterbacks, whether it's Malik Willis or Jordan Love, seeing this defense. Daniel Jones didn't know what was going on. Brock Purdy didn't know what was going on. C.J. Stroud had no idea what was going on. I expect that to happen.
That's why I'm not. I don't know if Love's better than those guys. I mean, he's pretty on par, pretty right there. Like that's why I'm not concerned who the quarterback is. I don't think it comes down to the quarterback. I think it's more comes down to us, like not playing well.
Yeah, I agree. Being sloppy, penalties, just bad execution. How about defensively? Packers, when it comes to their defense, what's concerning? I mean, anything?
We've played last 2 weeks. We've played better defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Niners are a better defense. The Texans are a better defense. We're averaging 28.3 points a game. So no, not much. I mean, they had 8 sacks last week, but it was against the Titans. Will Levis, I think I could maybe even sack him. So I'm not.
Could you get him down? Could you bring him down? I mean, I no doubt you could get him. Could you bring him to the ground?
No, I would. Yeah, I could get him to the ground. Will Levis is horrible.
He's pretty yoked.
No, it wouldn't be. I would pinch. I would bite. I would do anything I can. I played 30. I'd get him down though.
Would you check his prostate?
All I would say is like any team can play a hell. Like they could be on just a 10 out of 10 on Sunday, and their defense looks great. But everything the Vikings have shown, nothing scares me about the Packers. I was much more concerned about the Niners and Texans.
100%. And also, defensively, Kenny Clark, I'm sure
Kenny Clark's been having a shitty season. He's off to a shitty start.
Yeah, but I'd put him right over Garrett Bradbury or whoever the hell's going to play center this week. Rashawn Gary, he can make some plays. So those are only 2 things that really concern me. No one else really there sticks out as
Xavier McKinney has been a fantastic pickup. He's got 3 interceptions in 3 games. He's been playing very, very well. So, even if he had a pick, I wouldn't be surprised. But no, nothing concerns me.
Yeah, it's just, again, where we're playing, how we're playing, who we've played, how we've beat them, this team coming up, it just feels like another win. And I don't think it's even overconfidence. It's just seeing what we've seen and seeing what the Packers have done and applying it. It's just common sense at this point. I fully expect this team to win and win handily.
Yeah, and we beat them in Lambeau last year. The fact that it's in Lambeau doesn't even really worry me that much. I mean, yeah, that's why they're a 3-point favorite, because it's on the road. You get 3 points pretty much as a given. So it's pretty much an even game. It's a coin flip. We'll see. I think Flores will do his thing.
And there's always the thing too. There's always the division games. You never know how they're going to go, no matter how one team's playing, the other one isn't. So, and the question I think is too, as far as is how good is this Packers team? And they lost to Philadelphia in where the hell were they? Haiti, Cuba, Brazil.
It was a close game. was a close game. Jordan Love looked rusty, and like I said earlier, like the fact that Love could be coming back after 2 weeks of the Packers playing an offense that they're not going to generally play with Malik Willis. Like Willis, that was a whole completely different offense.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden they're going to spring it on him. Like, all right, we're back to normal now. Let's see. After Jordan Love was rusty, it's like there's a lot of things just pointing against the Packers.
And Jordan Love, like, he doesn't keep me up at night. I don't like. I think if he gets going, he's good. But like, I don't know, like, what's his thing? What's his thing that, like,
he's the highest paid quarterback in the league.
I know, but like, what part of his game scares you? I mean, like,
he has that Aaron Rodgers type thing where he throws it off his back foot and it's weirdly a perfect pass. Like when you see him in the pocket, just making this weird throw, and all of a sudden, just like that's what bothers me. Like he just has a little bit of that it factor, but he also makes stupid decisions. We'll see. And Bradbury not playing, nobody cares. Dan Feeney will be just as sufficient.
Wow, you just spit on me right now.
All right, let's get one more member. Let's do it. Hit it up. But everybody that's sponsored so far, I think are we doing Vikings Packers trivia?
Yeah.
Anybody wants to get in before we start this? There's the link. Super chat member. I got everybody in so far. I got D. Garcia, Balster, Dave V, Michael Boswell, Viking Funeral, Damon Bates, Chris Olsen, Harms, Big Mullen, and D. Wells and Skull Mafia are in. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming.
So again, do they all get something, or we spin a wheel? What happens?
We're spinning a wheel. So if you want to get in on the wheel, now is the time. Vikings Packers. I don't know what questions you have up your sleeve. I'm assuming maybe Robert Ferguson is on there. I don't know.
Remember, we got Packers twice, so I had to. I'm remembering this. This is going to have to happen again on the road.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect here.
I think we'll put the line at 5 again. Always go 5 or higher is enough to win.
All right.
You were undefeated since we've done this. I think we started this week 2.
I will say Packers Vikings. There's been so many. Like confidence isn't as high.
All right, are we ready? Are we gonna?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Question 1. Remember, if one bar he can guess with no multiple choice, get double the points, which is 2, or he can wait for multiple choice and get 1 point.
All right, let's do it.
This former 2008 fifth-round pick of the Vikings signed with the Packers in 2014.
2000 what?
2008 fifth-round pick of the Vikings signed with the Packers as a free agent in 2014.
Say linebacker?
No, I didn't say any position. Fifth-round pick.
Fifth-round pick, 2008. Signed with him in 2014. 2008. The hell is that? I'm trying to even think of the draft class.
Ashley Dick thinks you have this.
I'm going to go multiple choice because I think I'll get this if you give me multiple. Hold on. 2008.
You're my son. My third son was born. My third child. My second son.
All right. Nope. Let's go multiple choice.
All right. A, Rufus Alexander. B, John David Booty. C, LaTroy Guion. D, Jamarcus Sanford.
No, I should have. It's Guion. It's LaTroy Guion.
It is LaTroy Guion. 1 bar's on the board with 1 point.
All right, 1 point. 1 point. I got to get 5. All right.
Gotta get 5. All right, here we go. The Vikings beat the Packers in Lambeau last season with a 24-10 victory. Who was the Vikings' leading receiver in that game?
Oh, shit. I have no clue.
Are you ready for multiple choice?
Even multiple choice, I think I'd be guessing. Like, I want to say, like, Hawkinson. Like, leading receiver. Usually when you do this, it's always a running back. That's what's lame. Nah, I have no clue. You might as well just do multiple choice.
Please don't call my questions lame. A lot of thought goes into these.
I'm just saying, usually, I think the last 2, you've done this, and it's been a running back.
All right, well, A, KJ Osborne. B, Jordan Addison. C,
Osborne.
KJ Hawkinson.
All right, keep going. I got Osborne in
Alexander
the brain.
Madison.
All right, who is it? Of course, you throw Madison in there.
KJ Osborne, A, B. Jordan Addison. C. T.J. Hawkinson. D. Alexander Madison.
This was the first game in Lambeau.
Mm-hmm. We won. We were victorious.
I think Osborne scored. I'll say Jordan Addison. I'm not saying Madison. It's either Osborne or Addison.
I just need you to give me one answer here.
No, I want to say KJ Osborne so bad. I'm sticking with I'll go Addison.
Addison is incorrect. It was KJ Osborne.
Dick.
But before the next question, we have to say Kraken is what he said. I'm watching you guys secretly at work, only for you guys. I risk my job, live from Australia.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so mad. I should have went with Osborne. Damn it.
All right. You might have to get one with.
I was at the game. I was drunk. I don't remember it.
All right. Eric Wilson is a former Vikings linebacker who currently plays for the Packers. He also played for the Eagles. In which AFC team actually played in a game?
Eric Wilson, AFC team. Shit. I want to say the Raiders. The Chiefs. I'm stepping on my dick this week. I'm sorry, everybody. What's the Eric Wilson? I remember him, the Eagles. God, was he a Titan? What do you got?
A. Houston Texans. B. Tennessee Titans. C. New York Jets. D. Denver Broncos.
I said the Titans before you said it. I'll stick with the Titans. Final answer.
That is incorrect. He was a Houston Texan.
Good for him. We kicked the shit out of him last week. All right, so what? I got to get two multiple choices.
You got to get two without multiple choices here to get on the board here.
Sorry.
I'm
feeling so bad. KJ Osborne. I should have said KJ Osborne.
All right. In the infamous Randy Moss Moon game, the Vikings ran for a total of 116 yards. Who was the team's leading rusher that day?
God, what year was that? Michael Bennett. Final answer. I got nothing.
He was one of the options, but that is not correct. The answer was Dante Culpepper was the leading rusher that day.
That's stupid. Doesn't count.
All right. Well, one bar is not going to win this week.
We're still spinning the wheel.
We'll spin the wheel if you get the final one right.
All right.
Aaron Jones makes his Lambeau return this Sunday. How many career total touchdowns does the former Packer have against the Vikings?
Without a multiple choice, really.
You can get multiple choice. It's fine. It doesn't matter at this point. You already lost.
So Aaron Jones with the Packers for what? 6 years, 12 games. Figured he's probably hurt for maybe 3 of them. So he's probably played like 9 games. Aaron Jones owned us pretty good. I'm going to say anywhere from 8. I'm going to say around 8. What's the multiple? So if I get a multiple choice, we get to spin the wheel. Give me multiple choice.
A10, B7,
of course.
C3, D5.
8, 7, 10, and 5.
10, 7, 3, and 5.
Oh, there wasn't an 8?
Mm-mm.
10, 7, 3, or 5?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there's some low ones there. I guess I'll go 5.
It was 5. You only had 5 touchdowns against us. Come on, a clutch on the bonus question.
Fucking redemption, man! What a horrible week. I apologize. I should have known better. Michael Bennett was too easy. Just so mad. But we're spinning the wheel.
I thought it was more. I was shocked that it was only 5.
So did I. I figured he's kind of owned us, at least with yards, anyways.
Yeah. No, I thought the same.
Well, let's spin this baby. Everybody that has become a member or donated tonight, remember, this is brought to you by Top Tater.
Boom.
The best damn dip, not only in Minnesota, but in the whole world.
I can't wait to see what Najee thinks of it.
I hope he tries it. I'm going to message him.
Oh, he's going to love it.
All right, here we go. God, I'm so nervous.
I am too. I guess Dwells.
Oh,
yeah.
For Dwells is the official winner. You hit us up. We're going to send you some swag. Email us onebarlupagus@gmail.com. onebarlupagus@gmail.com. You got to hit us up with some note. Gonna
To be correct. You got 3 out of 10 point wise. That one.
All right. Well, I mean, Najee killed it tonight.
Yeah.
I couldn't have gone any better. I had really no clue what the injury prognosis was. So
when European, we're talking about wasn't he on in the spring and didn't say anything about it?
Yeah, it was no. And then we saw him at training camp, and all of a sudden he's just wheeling around. So it was wonderful to see him. We appreciate everybody hopping on. Appreciate all the new members, super stickers as always. Big game this weekend. Lupa Gals on Friday. We'll be going live pregame, Sunday, postgame, all that fun stuff. We appreciate all you guys.
And guys, also remember this: lizards have 2 testicles and 2 penises. Jeez. Male lizards.